Hey, I'm Ben. This is the 2016 Ram Promaster 2500 that is for sale. I'm going to do a quick walkthrough, walk around. So just start panning around so you can see the whole outside. All clean, no body damage other than one minor spot we can show you as we go around. The 6-cylinder gas. Engine was replaced about 2,000 miles ago, so runs and is almost like new. Had all its other regular maintenance, oil changes, had transmission fluid changed 2,000 miles ago. Mirrors are big, but they fold in real easy. Driver's side. Got just over 71,000 miles. Upgraded stereo with the Pioneer touchscreen with Android Auto and Apple AirPlay. Also got the voltmeter mounted up top here so you can keep track on the batteries. It's got the percentage and approximate time left. Shows your charge rates. Both the chairs swivel, which we'll show you when we get to the inside. Inside the back, we've got a couple compartments. The doors swing all the way out open. Also got speakers mounted up top. Those were added. And then the curtains we'll show you more about. The first storage compartment goes all the way to the front of the bed. It's a king size RV king bed, so it's pretty deep. This was our cat tunnel, so we used to have the cat litter here and the cats could run to the front and back. Kept it all contained. Could also be storage if you don't have cats or pets. A small dog could also certainly fit. Did something super cool with a little motion detector with a fan that vents it out so you don't smell any of the litter or anything. On the electrical side, we've got two lithium-ion batteries, 170 milliamp hours or amp hours, fuse panels for all your low voltage, the 12 volt, and the outlets for the regular 120 volt. This is screwed on, but this is larger high amperage 12 volt fuses, basically connecting the batteries just in case something ever shorted, you have a protection in there. This is our charge controller. People are probably familiar with that. The Victron has Bluetooth connection. You can track your solar consumption, energy usage, all that kind of stuff through that. Got a shore power and an inverter switch, so you can switch between whether you're connected to power like we are now. We'll show you that underneath. And then just a regular outlet for connecting anything you need. Also have a little sensor in there, again, that detects the temperature. So if it gets too hot, a fan turns on and ventilates it. Helps keep it cool and just helps vent any potential fumes from the batteries. Up underneath is where the shore power connection is. It's just a regular 120 volt outlet, connects to any regular outlet. It's rated for 15 amps, which there's nothing drawing more than that. There's also a solar connection underneath. If you ever needed to remove the solar panels and move them off the vehicle for some extended period of time, or if you're parked in the shade and you want to get sun still, you can actually remove the solar panels and connect them with a wire underneath so that you're still charging even if you're parked in the shade or somewhere extended. Also got a 14-gallon gray water tank mounted up underneath. So we'll show you the fresh water as well, but this is just gray water. We typically just let it drain out. If you're somewhere where you can't drain it, you can cap it off and then drain it elsewhere. Quick look in the passenger side. Not much to see, it's all original, all pretty clean. Windows are tinted 20% on both driver and passenger on the strip. And welcome home, this is the back. So hardwood floors, isotherm Cruise 120 fridge, 12 volt or 120 volt. I'll go ahead and just open that up. Pretty basic, pretty small, but has everything you need. Freezer goes all the way to the back. It does actually freeze stuff. You can get ice. Drawer. On top's the 3-burner gas stove. Propane. With a small trash can beside.
Little cubbies.
Yep, you've also got storage cubbies. We made use of all the extra space, so these are only about 6 inches deep, but you can fit, you know, utensils, rags, anything you think might make sense. A custom cutting board that's grooved to fit over the sink. So it's been grooved out to fit. We happen to have this cut in there as well, so this can fit and then fit on there. You can use this either for actually draining stuff or just as another holder for other items, utensils or stuff like that, fruit. And then your sink with all the controls are underneath here. I think we've got the water shut off right now, but so we've got the water pump, so we can turn that on and I'll show you the water. This is where you turn the inverter on. So if you're not connected to shore power, you can use the batteries, and this is where you turn that on. This is a fuse for the stove. Gas shut off for the stove. If you're driving, you can shut that off just for safety. And then the lights. So you've got dimmers on all the lights, as well as on and off. And this is for these 2 lights. And then up here we've got the other light. You'll notice we've got USB outlets. These run off the 12 volt, so it's nice. You don't have to use the inverter or waste any power on that. These are directly off the solar and off the batteries. And then the 120, same if you need the inverter for anything that runs on that. Go ahead and open these. Cabinets, extra storage. These were pretty much our kitchen cabinets. Mostly food and stuff we stored up here, but obviously you could use them for whatever you'd like. We had drawers here, most of the kitchen utensils and plates. So we got one for silverware, slides, fit bigger utensils down below. This was a extra piece we added. You can use it as an extra work surface or a desk or whatever. It's removable. You have your full drawer. This can fit in any of the drawers, so you could make it higher or lower. You could put it up here if you wanted, if you weren't using the utensils. And this is just the same drawer. This is the deep drawer. So we had our big pots and stuff in here. Everything kind of fit just right. So here we've got our water supply. So these are 4 6-gallon freshwater tanks. Each one can be individually turned on and off. The nice thing about this setup is you can unscrew them, take them into any Publix, you know, grocery store, Kroger, and fill them and bring them back in. You don't have to stop at a filling station. If you happen to have a water pump, you know, a filtering pump, you can actually pump water out of a creek through a filter and then into these. So the reason we made them removable, so you could take them out to go fill them, which just lets you fill up almost anywhere. I've also got the water pump under here with a pressure tank, which feeds the sink, and then you can see the drain, which drains down into the gray water underneath. Just to show the water. High pressure, pumps as long as there's water. Really simple, just like any other faucet. Paper towel holder, other storage. Basically we use these as clothes. There's our closets. And you have the whole shelf here as well with additional outlets and USBs underneath. So great for, again, we were generally sleeping this direction with our heads on this side, so you can have your phones, laptops, anything like that, tablets, setting up there. We've got curtains all around. We're all rolled up right now, but they're super easy. You can just unsnap a pop, they drop down. They're both thermally insulated and blackout, so there's a couple layers in here that makes them a little thicker, which is fantastic. We definitely noticed how well it works when you get in cold and hot environments. It really helps block the heat and the cold, as well as the blackout. When they're down, you pretty much can't tell anything's going on either side. So those are all around. The fans are on a remote, so you can use one remote to do both, and you just hit the power. They pop up automatically, they're motorized. You can adjust the speed from here, make them faster, slower, up to 10 different levels. You can also close it and still have the fan on. It works like a ceiling fan. So if it's raining or you just don't want outside air, if it's smoky or something, you can still have the fans turning and moving some air around. Obviously you can also reverse the direction, so this one can suck, that one can blow, vice versa. Super helpful to get at the right temperature while you're inside. having the two fans makes it where you can have one open and one closed, and basically only have to run one, and it sucks in the cool air or hot air, whichever you're needing. As far as these drawers, these are super long drawers that go all the way back. We had little compartments in these, such as this, to help organize. So you can obviously organize it however you want. You can certainly add dividers or all kinds of stuff depending on how you're using it. This is the only short one due to the wheel well. This mini one, we had our daughter's books and other little toys in there. And then this was our crib for our daughter. Comes all the way out. We won't do the whole setup, but basically these pop up on each end, and then that's the piece that can be attached on each side and hangs in here, and it makes an entire crib. Or you can just take these out and you just got a kid's bed. You know, you could just leave all this stuff at home and have a kid's bed that's standard crib size. You can also take it out completely. You just have a big drawer, so if you don't have any kids or you don't plan on using the bed, you can certainly just take it all out entirely. Just have a large drawer with a locking mechanism to keep it from sliding in or out once it's latched. There's a separate compartment over here for storage. And then on the door, this is a removable table, so it can pop off of here and be taken outside or used inside, but it's a little big. So you can use it outside. It has pop down legs and just sets up for a little outdoor table. This is the only blind that's a little different. It's magnetic, so it just clicks on, but otherwise it's totally the same fabric, same insulation, all that. So last thing to show, I think, is the compost multi-purpose bench we have here. So we strapped our daughter's car seat on top here. That's why there's chains and all this. So we can show you how to do that if someone's interested in that. But basically, the car seat sits here, you bolt it all in, it straps down even tighter than in your normal car. So this also doubled as our compost toilet, so it can be pulled out real easy. You could use it as a table, a bench, whatever you want. When you open it, there's your pot, and there's your sawdust compartment. So basically you just have some sawdust in the bottom, you line it with a trash bag, put your sawdust in, use the bathroom. When you're done, you close it, and then when you're ready to empty, this one opens. You can get in, empty your trash bags, and you can just discard it, you know, anywhere you discard trash. While I've got this out, I can show you the swivel seats. So they both just pop around real easy. Anybody familiar, we're looking into these. These are the thinnest ones you can get, so the seats sit as low as possible. You could also keep it here as a footrest. All kinds of different uses for all these items. So up here we have a blackout. This drops over the crib. We use that for our daughters when she was napping, just a way to make it even darker. It can also be moved up front here and drop over her car seat, same as she was napping. Also easily removed with no damage, no visible anything if you didn't want any of it. So no, take it or leave it. Screen as well. This drops down, so you have the screened entry with a magnetic center, so you can pop in and out. And then we have two hooks here, which we can show you real quick. We had our daughter's swing that hooks on here. Again, if you don't have kids or you didn't plan to use it that way, you could certainly either take them out or put, you know, just an adult swing. Just get an adult's, you know, rope and piece of wood. So, oops, put it up backwards, but you can sit here and swing and look out at the view. And then full wooden step here. It's got metal underneath. We did it in wood, just a little nicer on the feet. And then two 200-watt solar panels on top. I think that pretty much rounds it all out. It covers everything. Any questions? Certainly reach out.